Hello everybody. Okay, we're going to do some basic user input. So this program is about getting input from your user and then we'll print it out. So we're going to create it as a function, and also we're going to do some numerical input as well. So basically when you enter a whole number like an integer, and we're going to return that, and also we're going to use a program to deal with decimal numbers as well. And we're going to give you an example about what happens if you type in the wrong numerical data. Okay, so the first one is getting user input. So I'm going to create a little function here called user input. Okay, you will see as I go along here, all will be explained. Okay, so user input, so we're going to print Talking about typos. There we go. User input. Oh, no. User input. That's more like it. So user input. And we're going to print a message to the user. Let's have a look. So basically, we're going to get info from user and print it. So we're going to get the user. That's just a message that's saying get the info from the user and print it. So we're going to go on to here. So basically we're going to get the user's name and we're going to print out the user's name. So name is equal to input, and simply enter name. Okay, so the user will simply enter their name here, and then we're going to print out their name. So print a little message with it as well, hello, and then it's going to be the user's name that they entered into the input box. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're just going to call the function by calling it as user input. So we're going to call it like that. So I'm just going to save it. Okay, I'm going to run the first part of the program for you. Okay, name is not defined. Oh, okay, I see what's happened. I made a little bit of a blunder there. You have to be careful when you're doing this, because it's easy to make little blunders and typos and stuff like that. Okay, let's try it again. So here we go. Right, there's the message that we printed out. Get info from the user and print it. Okay, so I'm going to put my name in here, Paul. Okay, hello, Paul. There you go. Okay, so we're going to do the next part of the program. So this is going to be called numerical input. Numerical input. Okay, numerical input, and we're going to create a function that creates numerical input. So here we go, numerical input. Okay, numerical input. So print. Let's have a look. Enter a whole number. Okay, so the user knows what to do. Enter a whole number. Okay, which is an integer. So number is equal to int, which stands for integer. Input, and we're going to put here number. Okay, so number there, and then we're going to print it out. Whoops. There. Okay, then we're going to print it out. So we're going to print the user a message as well. So this is your number. Okay, and we're going to put number there. Okay, right, let's just save that, and we'll just go through the program. So run module. Okay, so the first one, I'm just going to extend this a little bit here so you can see it better. Okay, so the first one is going to be enter name, which is going to be Paul. Okay, so hello Paul. Enter number, so it's going to be a whole number, an integer, so I'm just going to enter 4. Okay, this is your number 4. There you go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. Okay, the next one we're going to do is decimal number. Okay, so this is a decimal number here. And we're going to create the function called decimal number. Define decimal number. Okay, so we're just going to do that. So that's going to be print the user a message first of all. So that's just going to be simple, like enter decimal number into the box that we're going to create below. So again, we're going to call it number is equal to float. So when you're dealing with decimal numbers, you have to use float. Okay, so that's going to be input, and that's going to be the message. I'm just going to simply put decimal here, decimal. Okay, right. Okay, oops, done something wrong there. Oh, I see what I've done wrong. Yeah, put 2 of those instead. Okay, right. So we're using the float there, which will deal with the decimal numbers. Okay, and then we're going to print out the decimal numbers, but with a little message for the user first. Okay, decimal number is, okay, we're going to put decimal. Okay, that should do it. Right, okay, we're just going to save that. And we're just going to go through the program again. So we're going to run it. This is what you should do as well. When you're creating long programs like this, you should create a little bit and then test it and then create another little bit. Because if you write the whole program out and it's a very, very long program, and then you start testing it at the end when you've finished, you're going to have lots of typos and errors, and you're going to have to go back through there and you're going to have to find out where they are and read the error message. And sometimes it's a bit cryptic. And it can be a real nightmare. So if you just create a little bit of code first and then test, create, test, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Okay, let's get onto this. Mark. Okay, that's just a name. Enter a whole number 8. Okay, enter a decimal number 2.6. Okay, oh, we've got an error there. Decimal number is decimal. And decimal is not defined. Okay, let's just go and check this out. Okay, can you spot the mistake I've made here? Okay, I put decimal and I should have put number. Okay, just got carried away there. So there you go, number. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let me just save that. Let's just print it out again. Name, Paul. Okay, number 5, decimal 2.1. And there you go. Decimal number is 2.1. Okay, right. We're going to go on to numerical error. Numerical error here. We're going to create a function called numerical error. Okay. Right, I'm just basically this function is just going to demonstrate if you enter in the wrong data type, you'll get an error. So I'm going to use an error handler first. So we're going to start off with try, print. I'm going to say enter a decimal number. Enter a decimal number. Okay, that's just a message to the user. Okay, so we're going to call this number is equal to int. I'm doing this here, int is specifically for whole numbers, integers. So when I enter a decimal number, it should throw an error. Okay, so here we go, input, and just put number. Okay, there we go. Right, print number is, let's have a look, print number is, just do this, and we're going to go number is, and then we're going to finish off the last part of this error handler here. Okay, and we're going to give it, this kind of error is going to be called a value error. Okay, value error, and then we're going to print out a little message for the user. Print something like wrong data type, wrong data type. Whoops. Wrong data type. There we go. So we're just going to print in that. So I'm just going to save that. Okay, and we are going to run the program. So let's run it again. Invalid syntax. Ooh, what's that about? Value error. Okay. Okay, folks, can you spot the error there? It's this. I shouldn't have done this, should I? So just delete that. Okay, and save it, and let's run the program again. So enter name. I'm going to enter, whoops, I'm going to enter Steve this time. Steve. Okay, hello Steve. Enter a whole number 6. Enter a decimal number 3.9. Okay, enter a decimal number here, and now this one is going to throw an exception. It's going to throw an error. Enter a decimal number 4.9, and there we go. Wrong data type. So I hope that's been useful to you, and I will catch you in another video. And remember, if you've not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button down there and give it one of those as well. It will help out the channel. And as always, I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.